Always and always get some work experience before you decide to do a master's. I think and I have no qualms about accepting this, and I think it's there in a couple of other interviews that I've done also that initially when I applied for an LLM towards the end of fifth year of law school, I'd applied to 8 law schools and I got rejected by all 8 law schools in America. And I think it came from the space that I used to write back in school. I used to participate in all these creative writing / essay writing competitions, and I was like the editor of my school magazine. I'd started the school newsletter, etc., etc. So I took writing for granted, and I sort of drafted my SOPs overnight and I sent them out with my applications, and that was that. And suddenly getting that rejection from all 8 law schools is a bit of a reality check that, okay, what went wrong, or, whatever, what happened. And then 8-10 months later, not much had changed. I'd just probably been working for 6 odd months by then. Of course, I had gained a fair amount of actual law firm experience versus just a regular internship experience, which is not so serious. B, of course, I went back to the writing board. I mean, I started writing my SOPs, like, say, in July for applications that may have been due in November or December or later that year, right? And it was not like every day I'm working on my SOP. It's like, okay, today I'll write a draft and maybe come back to it 15 days later and have a different thought. And in that process of working on that draft about 6 to 7 odd times over the course of like 4 to 5 odd months, I realized that pretty much, and the year after when I applied, I got accepted to all 8 law schools. And pretty much the only thing that had changed was that what I had written made a lot more sense versus earlier them being a couple of just disconnected paragraphs. That was literally it. My grades hadn't really changed. It was pretty much, I was a first division holder back in law school, but it's not like I was like a distinction category, never was. So, that of course is primary in terms of, a lot of people nowadays want to get that scholarship and, from law schools, I think. So your SOP helps a whole lot. But more than that, it's not a compulsion to go out there, get a master's degree, and only then can you work in the industry. I always say there is ample of books available for you to read. There's enough and more data available on the internet for you to, go through and understand what the industry is all about or what the laws pertaining to it are.